All right, which brings us to the main event. Mr. Chris Ello keeping his 6:45 tee time here at KUSI. A couple quick things on just those two stories. 10 seconds on the Charge or on the Padres.
I think for July, they ought to shoot for promotion where they win 10 home games and you get to go as many games as possible.
Assuming they play that many, they might be on the road a lot.
Because it worked in June.
Yes, they got 5 and 10
They
tries.
got the 5 already. Yeah.
All right, so the team is moving north. To me, it's starting to...
That video footage is what starts getting you to start thinking about it. You know, I mean, just being out at Charger Park so often. And I mean, September 17th, when the Miami Dolphins visit the Los Angeles Chargers, there's just going to be something wrong in the world completely.
At the home or whatever, the StubHub Center.
StubHub.
Man, that is so wrong on so many different levels.
Don't like.
All right, speaking of wrong, Eddie Lacy, now of the Seattle Seahawks, just pocketed $55,000 for weighing in at the desired weight of 250 or less. Never mind the weight so much. You know, he's big boned. But your thoughts about weight bonuses?
Well, my thought is that if you're an athlete, you ought to be in shape. I mean, I don't know why they're getting extra money to stay in shape. I really don't. Now, if the team's going to agree to it, go ahead and take the money. But it's like baseball players getting bonuses for making an all-star team. To me, you ought to strive to make an all-star team. I think bonuses should be for doing things to like help the team win games, not for being a good player.
How much is he going to make if he keeps his weight?
He gets another like $500,000 or $500 million.
No, $500,000.
I mean $500,000.
Yeah.
$500 million. I don't know.
All right, it's official. McGregor, Mayweather. This is we got to see this tweet that Conor McGregor announcing. Do you see what he did there? He included Floyd Mayweather Sr., the 64-year-old dad, instead of taking a shot at the 40-year-old Floyd Mayweather. You interested in this fight?
A little bit, but I've never been too much into the UFC thing, and everybody I've talked to says that McGregor will never even get a punch in against Floyd Mayweather.
What if he trips? What if he flips and forgets what sport he's playing in? Takes him down.
Just kicks him in the head.
Yeah, then it gets interesting.
Mayweather will probably block it.
So are you going to watch it?
No. Is it going to cost me?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, then I won't watch it. No, I don't pay to watch anything.
So Mayweather just dances. And
yeah, he's too good of a boxer.
Wins that fight. Which brings us to your main event. You want to talk about the Warriors. Are they the GOAT?
Well, we talked about it last week. Are they the greatest team of all time? And I thought, you know what? We're really comparing apples and oranges here. There's completely different sports that the 90s Bulls were playing than what they're playing now. The year Chicago won their 72 games, they scored 87 points to win the championship.
Well, we have that graphic. Take a look at that.
Yeah, and they beat Seattle in the final game with 87, and they averaged, I think, 94 points a game in their 6 championship wins. The Warriors averaged 121 points a game in the final. That's a completely different sport. I'm going to sound like the old man telling the kids to get off the lawn, but can't anybody play some defense? Just somebody slide your feet one time? Somebody take a charge? I mean, did you see that happen once in the NBA Finals? I didn't.
No. And plus,
so they're great players. They can shoot like crazy. They're offensively skilled, but there's no resistance.
Bulls were just a meaner team.
Yeah, they wouldn't have I'm sorry. Kevin Durant would have driven in and he would have had his head taken off.
You watching the 30 for 30 thing in Celtics and Lakers?
That's fun to watch.
Both those teams would have beat the Warriors, in my opinion.
I think so, too.
All right, let's talk about the U.S. Open. We had, first of all, your thoughts. Fox was promoting Lefty and Tiger as early as 3 weeks ago. I guess they didn't get word that neither was going to be in the field.
No, I think they know that they're not going to be in the field, but there's nothing else to promote.
Is this sport ready to be without their 2 icons?
No, it's not. I mean, I thought maybe Jordan Spieth, Rory McIlroy might be able to step into those shoes. Dustin Johnson, but maybe Jordan Spieth, Rory McIlroy might be able to step into those shoes. Dustin Johnson, but I don't even, as big a names as they are, they're nowhere near the names of Tiger and Phil, so no golf's hurting in that regard. And golf proves it by still promoting Tiger and Phil even when they're not playing.
Chris Riley on that very topic just an hour ago.
Obviously, without Tiger, we're moving on, but Phil's still there. And, knowing Tiger personally, I really hope he gets things together, just not in golf, but in his life, because he's a good guy and he's done so much for golf. And I know he has a lot of fans, especially myself, and we're really pulling for him to get back.
You kind of echo those.
You're mean. You show him in the handcuffs. Why do you do that?
I regret. You know what? From this point forward, that we're not going to do that. I think that's a bona fide.
Be nice.
Yes.
Let's hope he turns it around like we said.
You know what?
A couple weeks ago.
I will heed that.
Okay.
But quickly, your thought. He he's already erased Tiger as in the future of golf, giving lefties a few more years.
Yeah, I think that's about right. I mean, we erased Tiger 2 months ago, you and I. I mean, we said, will he ever even compete in another tournament? I think that's up in the air. Mickelson may still make the U.S. Open, though, you were telling me. He's going to try to fly in, maybe?
Maybe if he gets a little rain, he needs a little weather delay. He needs his daughter to keep the speech short.
Can you imagine? Honey!
And then it's going to be like on satellite. We're going to see the plane like Santa Claus. Remember when
the poor daughter of Phil Mickelson. I want to congratulate all the seniors. Oh, I'm sorry, that's it.
And we're done. We have just enough time to talk about Rafael Nadal. We didn't give it much airtime here. He wins his 10th French Open, which is incredible. I'm of the era of Bjorn Borg as a French Open champion. Those two in their prime. Before we get to where Nadal ranks, who would win that in a clay
prime?
On clay, on the dirt.
On the clay, man. Borg was pretty amazing for those who didn't see him in his prime, but I think Nadal's better. Nadal's better, and Federer's better than what was around in those days also. So the equipment's better, the power, the athletes are better. I take Nadal over Borg, but nobody beat Borg easy. I mean, this guy was as great a competitor as there ever
Mentally
was.
Tough. But again, like in the basketball, just a different game. So, Chris, our time is through.
Okay.
Thank you, Chris. Back to our news colleagues.